Hi Trevor, Oceana here with G3 Agency with your free website audit for AAA concrete raising in Colorado. In this free SEO website audit provided by G3 Agency, I'm going to show you 3 to 4 things that you can do to get AAA concrete raising in front of the people searching for concrete raising services in the Denver metro area. Like I said to Elaine on the phone, I don't expect anything in return for this video, but I would absolutely love some feedback from you on whether it was helpful, whether I did a good job of explaining things, if my pace was good, that sort of thing, so that I can improve them for future watchers. Okay, so, and also I would love to answer any questions that you have if you have questions as well. Okay, so let's jump right in. The first thing that I always check for on a website when I do an audit is a big click to call phone number at the top. And you do have one, and so well done. I would usually say make this a bit bigger, but you've got this red box around it. It really does draw the eye, so I think you're okay on that one. But that's a matter of my opinion. What's more important is the content on the page. So if I click Control A, Control A and Control C, I can copy this all into my little word counter here, and you have 758 words on your home page. That's really not enough. What we like to see is a minimum of 3,000 words on the home page and at least 1,500 or more on the other pages. Google loves content and will reward you if you have a lot of information on your website about what you do and about the things that your customers are trying to learn about. The next thing that I always check for on the home page is images. So if I find an image, here we go, right click on it, click Save Image As, I can see that this was saved as before, after, new, and that's not actually helping you. So what you want to do is save all of these images again, but this time you want to save them as keywords or key phrases that people are actually typing into Google when they are looking for your services and in your service area. I'll show you how to find what words are the best in just a moment, but first I want to show you the tool that I use. This is Ahrefs. This is a tool that I use to get an in-depth look into how a website is performing, and it looks like your website is actually doing you a bit of good, which is great. This is better scores than I normally see when I do these audits, so let me say that I'm very impressed. So you have here your UR and your DR scores. So your UR score is your URL rating. From 0 to 100, how trustworthy does Google think that your exact web page is? So in this case, it's your home page. And your DR score, or your domain rating, is the same thing, but for your entire website as a whole. And these are actually fairly decent numbers, like I said. This DR score is a bit low. We would want to lift it up. And of course, the bigger the better for these ones. But it is good to keep them about the same so that you have a whole website that's as trustworthy as each of the pages are. And that you do that by balancing your referring domains and your backlinks. It looks like you have more referring domains and backlinks coming to your home page than any other page, and that's pretty common. But increasing the amount on your other pages will help you have just a more wholly healthy website. And then you have quite a few referring domains and backlinks, so I'm going to tell you what those are before I mention it a bunch more times. So a backlink is any link from another website back to yours. A referring domain is what website that is coming from. So you have 194 websites with a total of 805 links to your website on the internet. And then over here, and by the way, you do want to increase this number, continually increasing it at a steady pace. But you want to be careful when you're getting these domains, and I'll show you what I mean. So this is a good example of one that's probably pretty good. I don't know if it's related to your website, but a DR score of 73 is pretty good. And it also helps if it's related to your industry. So if it's another home remodeling type thing, or like, a landscaping, or things that are kind of, contractors are doing them, those kinds of websites are going to help you more and be more relevant than just random websites all over the place. So also these lower scores like this 7 and this 5, you might actually want to go and see if you can have them remove that link for you, because it's actually pulling you down rather than pushing you up. So you definitely want to get more, and you want to make sure that they're coming from credible and relevant places. Okay, and then you've got your organic keywords and organic traffic. So what an organic keyword is how many different things can a person, how many specifically phrases can a person type into Google and have you show up in the first 100 results. Unfortunately, being in the 11th spot is just about as bad as being in the never 9th spot. So basically non-existent after the first page, because it shows only the first 10 results on the first page of Google. So you really want to be up there for those. Which is why you could be getting, being shown for 2.6 thousand organic keywords, but only be getting 2.2 thousand traffic, and that's because you're getting less than 1 for many of these. So we can actually take a look at what specifically you are showing up for. So we've got self-leveling concrete here. This search volume is 17,000, so that's great. Keyword difficulty 17, that's a bit high. We really like to go after keywords that are that have a keyword difficulty or KD score below 5, because that's going to take less time, less effort, and ultimately less money to get your ROI to a really good place, your return on investment. So you are currently sitting in the 7th position for this keyword, and you're getting 472 people to your site on an average month. Just from this one keyword, and that sounds really, really good, except that self-leveling concrete is a national keyword, meaning that a person who's typing that in could be in Denver or another town nearby, or they could be in New York, and most likely they're in New York, Chicago, or Los Angeles. Because that's where most of the searches happen, because that's where most of the people live. So even though you're getting quite a bit of traffic, the amount that you're actually converting into sales is probably quite low for that. A better one that would show up for, let's see, let's look up Denver, let's see what we have. Mudjacking Denver is a good one. 100 people are searching for that on an average month, or at least they did last month. And then we have a keyword difficulty of 6. That's a little bit higher than we like to go after with the 5 and under, but 6 is very close. And you are already in the 2nd position and getting about 12 people to your site, and that would be about double that, or maybe a little less than double that. Well, actually, no, that would be about double. You would expect to get about 30, actually. 30 visitors if you were sitting in that 1st position. So you're close. And then we have, this is the same one again. So yeah, you've got some good ones here, but I wanted to show you some other ones. So we have Concrete Repair Denver. I don't know if this one would be as good. I think you would have to be a judge of this. I normally work with people who are concrete layers a lot. Concrete repair is something I'm a little less familiar with, so I'm doing my best on these, but of course I'm always learning, so please let me know if I'm on the wrong track here with this. But Concrete Repair Denver seemed to me like something that would be appropriate for you. And then 60 people are searching for it every month, and with a KD of 0, and I'm not sure if I said it, but KD is on a scale from 0 to 100, how difficult does this tool Ahrefs think it will be to get to the first page of Google? So with a KD of 0, that means that Ahrefs believes from its algorithm that it won't be very difficult to get to the first page. So let's see what happens when we put this keyword into Google. So if we go over here, let me make sure that is that the same concrete repair Denver. Yeah, so I already did that. So we have up here, usually there's some ads, but they're not showing up right now. Then we have the map pack, and how you end up in the map pack is through citations. Similar to a backlink, it's a reference to your site from anywhere. However, it's instead of a link to your site, it is a mention of your name, address, and phone number on any directory across the internet like Yext, Yelp, CityStar, White Pages, etc. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that your Google My Business listing is accurate with the right information, and then you want to take that information and put it up on those different directories, and that'll help increase your credibility and help push you up. And if you end up in the top 3, you end up on the first page, which helps with conversions a lot. And now, this is the most exciting part. This link right here gets 30% of all the traffic here. So if this was a 100, is this 100? No, this is 60. So 30% of 60 is like 25 or something like that. So this would be getting about 25 visits every month just from that. And a certain amount of those are going to turn into customers. So now we can take a look at their site and go, what is it that they're doing right? What can we copy and what can we do better than them? So when you take a look at the amount of words on their site, they do have more words, but it's still not that 3,000 word minimum that I talked about. And so if you do that, you'll already be a little ahead in that game. And then if I right click on Save Image As, and I can see that this was saved as Stamped Concrete Stairs Denver. So they are taking advantage of keywords, but I don't know that they're looking at Ahrefs or another tool to find out if it's actually getting keyword volume or if they're just taking shots in the dark with their keywords. And then if we throw them in here, we can see that they've got a pretty good start here, but they've been paying way too much attention to their home page and not enough attention to their other pages. So that's another way that we can get ahead, is by focusing our attention also on the other pages that we have so that we don't end up with this very uneven score here. Okay, so that is the end of my presentation. Oh wait, one more thing. Real fast, we can click on organic keywords here and see what ones they're showing up for. And like I said, you want to make sure to go after ones, keywords that have both something that you do and somewhere that you do it in the keyword, and that's really going to help you narrow down to the people who are serious buyers, who are in your area and looking for your services specifically. So here's my phone number and my email address in order to reach me. Just a quick recap for you. You want to increase the relevant content on your site, 3,000 or more words on your homepage, 1,500 or more on the other pages. Implement backlinks to rank for high volume keywords. This says concrete patios in Denver, but of course yours was concrete repair Denver. And then you want to add citations, your name, address, and phone number to your not to your Google My Business listing, that's a mistype, to different directories so that your Google My Business listing will be pushed to the top with your credibility. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I look forward to your feedback and learning if you learned anything. Okay, thank you. Bye.